behind that was, there are many forms of contribution. There are people who can give money. There are people also can give their time, effort.
If only I could get Sammy and David to work for time.
Yeah.
And also,
and I'm talking about, we've encountered this in the community,
I know, but do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When every month comes due, Sammy and David, who are the organizers for Acorn Kenya, they don't want me to call them or, Skype them or email them and say, well, 1,000 members decided to give time rather than dues, so there'll be no support for what you do. I mean, this is a real organization, just like a union in the community. This is not the UN or the United States or a government saying, or a Catholic Church saying, hey, good, so we really live and die on whether or not people think this is important enough. And it's not a high dues. Why don't you tell them what the dues rate is?
Yeah.
Well, what is the dues?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Initially, we started by discussing it, and they were paying 20 per month. 20 per month.
20 shillings?
20 shillings per month.
Yeah.
But after that, we tried to review with them, considering the work that we are doing, considering the needs that we have. And some of them have seen the need even to raise that. So currently some are paying 50, others are paying 20.
Okay.
And Sammy, is the money enough to pay like your office rent, because then it is expensive?
Sometimes it's not enough.
Oh, yes.
So what do
Sometimes
you
it's-
do?
Sometimes it's enough. But we have other members who voluntarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then apart from maybe the contribution of members, in terms of in kind, we don't have space in Korokocho, but members are able to provide meeting venues for the organization and their own meetings. So that has been done. So in kind contribution. Yeah, and then on the side of the impact of the achievements, on what Sammy has said, we've been able to come up with the leadership structure in Korokocho, right from the top leadership and the village leadership. And we've been able to consolidate it, been able to carry out trainings in terms of leadership, resource mobilization. So that has really created a lot of impact.
I was asking that because I also I did organize in Korokocho. So I was specifically in Irish. So I was interested in what's happening.
So IRID is one of our major activities we started organizing.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Sorry for coming late, but I can't.
Glad you're here. We're glad you're here.
Thank you. In terms of networking collaboration,
So first introduce yourself
Oh.
again.
My name is Tasir. I'm the coordinator of Copa Kenya.
Ah, good.
Yes, I was in Safari and I delayed somewhere along the way. I'm here. Yes. So, Acorn Kenya, in collaboration and networking, how much have you done? Because, for example, I've not heard much you're doing with COT and Copa Kenya and so much to enhance organizing work is at the local level. Yes. How much you doing that line?
I think, sorry you are right. I had mentioned that. But if you ask Hannah, we've been closely working together so far, because like 2012 we referred a trainee to the organization from our members. 2013 the same. 2014 we had 3 who had the interest. Unfortunately, they were not training COs. They were training TOT. So we've been closely liaising with the COT and also Copa Kenya. it's amusing that you're asking that question. But at one time, we were with you in our office trying to review what we need to do to enhance organizing more. But
no, I'm asking. It went and it kind of went down. Now I'm asking why.
So concerning the networking, we've been trying to reach out to the organizations who can be able to work with us and to support us in any way, so that we make progress in our work. In fact, one thing that was not mentioned, and we also looked at it so much, we work so closely with it's called eChurch in Etwanini.
Christ.
Not Christ the King.
St. John's.
Sio St. John. Hii wana train mambo ya peace. Quakers. And we have done quite a number of trainings on peace and reconciliation in Korogosho through their program. Yeah.
But also, to be fair, I think the very fact that Akon, Musungu and Neve were able to go back to Korokocho, because Korokocho is the foundation upon which CEO was built in this country, and they connected with that, and they kept that organizing going. Really, when you go on the ground, you'll hear about Akon and the things that they're doing. And I know that I've not been in the country, but I've been following what. So to be fair, they've been, what do you call it? They've been quite active on the ground. You know? It's only that I was interested to know what. Since they started, because I was involved in the initial discussions when Akon was starting, and I was really interested to know what has consummated in terms of organizing, and you explained, you have groups. I hope you've also been able to link up with the institutions that were created by community organizing, like TAC, or TAC died.
Yeah, we've been trying to reach out to TAC, but I would say that TAC died.
Was it because you created
No, even before we went there.
Yeah.
Even before we went there. I think the only thing that is remaining is one of their halls. One of their halls. Because concerning mambo ya meal na what have you, all those days, there is this lady called who? She's a Luo lady. But all the rest, they like died, and the organization died. Akina Samuel, Akina David went to see you and went to Kirinyaga. Monica, Ajerin, all those.
But I think that is really
it has been a
harsh
hard
criticism on community organizing, because these initiatives are started, people give their time, and it reaches a time when they simply die, and maybe it's a way of organizing, but sometimes it's very harsh.
Yeah.
You know, other than, I don't know, Kebera, what's happening? Most of those organizations are still
Kibera, most of the groups are still intact.
alive, in spite of the challenges. Yeah, but yeah, this is so here. I think it's good to probably sometimes get to Korokocho and see where the CEO started.
He has been
But
So maybe you should bring him so that so that CEO is not only in copper.
It should be taken on the ground.
Yes,
But I
because if you wait for
this
these
guy,
guys to come,
has
these
a
are very
point.
busy.
Get what I say.
Yes, maybe let me introduce myself. I'm Nganga Peter. I think we met some time back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were listening to the model of Akon, of organizing. We were saying, how can it start and what changes can it? I remember you were very critical on Kibera and saying Kibera, people don't want to develop Kibera because they want to, and we don't want to change Kibera, but it's good also to reflect after all this time.
What has been achieved?
Have we been able to change this settlement? It's not easy to change. But his point is that I think we need to collaborate more, because there are very many organizations in Korogosho, for instance, and they work, everyone works on their own. So you get many groups working on their own, the churches working on their own, and there are very little efforts to collaborate. So I think if Akon, we collaborated more, like we always train somebody to place up an organizer in Korogosho, always. because we take Korogosho is one of our organizing area, and we train a trainee there, and sometimes you don't hear so much of collaboration. An organizer goes there, he works with other groups, he forms other groups,
Parallel groups.
So issue-based groups. So sometimes you don't hear us coming together, and we would love a situation where we all come together, we are working together, and address an issue in the community. So that needs to be improved, I think, David and Sambi, on our work together. So,
But that has been a problem, Nana. You know, even right from the days when I remember organizing, no? Working collaboration in the communities was quite a challenge, you know. So you end up having our Nwatwa, Ankan, these are the people of Ankan, these are the people of Marginal Fanis, these are the people of Florence, but it's the same community, same issues.
The issues, some of the issues really persistent. Like my concern,
Yes.
the participation of women, effective women participation. Look at now the structure which is here. It really pains me that when we don't run with the Millennium Goals, or we don't, what do we do as organizers to make sure that, like now, I hope that it could be even 3 women who are here, not even just now pathetic students that you have only 1. So the gender issues should be sensitive even up to the ground. All of us, that is not really, I'm not talking to Akon, but I'm talking the concern of COT, COPA, and everywhere. We should really look into it.
But just a quick response to Florence. Another challenge is that women are not active, because you find like we send all of them invitation, but they didn't show up for this meeting. So it is not that we are trying to sideline them or Akon is trying to sideline them, but you find that we are then invited. When they are invited, it's like sometimes they don't show up. So the failure is also on their side. Because I'm for sure for this meeting they were invited.
Some confirmed, they're not.
Yeah. But did not come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's a challenge to all of us that women especially is an issue. Yeah, because even we had a meeting the other day for conference planning. The challenge that how many ladies we have in ESCOM, for example, how many ladies we have in account management, how many ladies we have in CT. Yes, those are issues. Then 2, back to you, Florence. How do we women organizers, lady organizers, have their own caucus? Also, you cannot have their own caucus. Something that is within the organizing community. That's to the point way out. So, and that COPA we can facilitate that one. Yes. So meeting for women organizers only from each and every area, and you come together, build a caucus, and you move on from your way out.
Okay.
So I think it's like
We're sharing.
people have
We're
shared.
definitely sharing.
Maybe what he never shared is some of the books that he has. Although I don't know whether we can get them.
Well, once we figure out how we can get them to you, then you can share that. But we're very close to solving this problem.
And I think speaking of books, you know, that's probably an area you could, if that's a strength you have, you
Yes.
could help CEOs. There's
Exactly,
really a wealth of
exactly.
experience there, wealth of knowledge. But what we don't do is, you know, we've not been documenting. And maybe here that's something,
No,
that's an area you can pick up and really create an environment whereby, you know, CEOs can start.
In a current
Between
program,
them.
we have a newsletter. Which one thing of the conference, we want the CEOs to bring their experiences or document in the newsletter, an annual newsletter. And I think here Mr. Nganga was ready to get into it, Mr. Pierce was get into it, yes, and other organizations. So to have an annual CEOs newsletter. Can it be biannual, given how much things we have? Yes, that's the starting point for good documentation.
But I believe that if we have somebody who has really experienced, we really need to work
All together.
because under those books will be very good for us to read and motivate us.
And even the simple things like, you know, a few of us coming together and putting a paper to defend the profession.
Yes.
You know, and I'm looking forward when we can do that. Write something. Put up.
Well, and we have a forum for that. I mean, Social Policy Magazine.
Yes.
It took me almost 2 years, but I finally got Apello to write something which he was finally sent to me, and I edited and we printed it
Yeah.
in this journal that comes out every 3 months. That's widely read by organizers, activists, unionists all around the world. It's on the website.
What is that, John? Again?
Social Policy is the name of it, and you can access it at socialpolicy.org.
Yeah.
And the publishing side of it has done a book, Global Grassroots, which also looks at Kenya organizing, and Copa Kenya is actually one of the stories there. This came out in 2010 or so. There's a book on dealing with disasters like Katrina in the United States, the hurricane there, and the role that ACORN and community organizations played. And there's one coming up either at the end of this year or early this year called Nuts and Bolts, the Fundamentals of ACORN Organizing. And we're going to make these available on PDF. The problem is they're available in print, but that doesn't do any good. They're available as ebooks, but once again, that doesn't seem to be what solves the problem here. So we're talking about how to do them in PDFs, so that all you had to do was go onto the website, socialpolicy.org, pay a small amount, get the PDF loaded to your computer, and then you're set. You want to print it out, print it out. You want to read it on your computer, whatever. Copa Kenya, you want to print it one time and share it among yourself, I'm going to be okay with that. But your point is very correct. We would do, anytime y'all want to get together and talk about organizing experiences over the last 20, 25 years in Nairobi, I guarantee you I'll print that. Because those are stories people need to know. But we're not, organizers are door-knocking, talking people. They're not necessarily good writing people. And it's hard to get us to stop for a minute and write it all down, but it's important. And just like this obnoxious camera that we've been playing with, www.acorninternational.org or on our YouTube, we have a channel that has nothing but these kinds of gatherings, whether it's in Italy or the UK or Kenya or India, talking about organizing or about specific pieces of organizing. That, if you're ever on YouTube or familiar with YouTube, you just hit the ACORN International channel, and what did we see? 50 of them, I guess, we were looking at earlier today. I even had one we finally found with Sammy talking. There you go. We were calling for more women. Thanks for hearing us. We were out here, women organizers, please, now.
They're on their way.
Share with us. They're on their way. There are more coming.
There are more coming. More coming.
That's my girl. Okay. But anyway, I will leave my email address and these websites and the YouTube address with Copa Kenya here, so that it's a resource to all of you. And we hope to have this problem of the books and PDFs solved literally within a week or so. And as soon as that happens, your officers will let you know. And you missed this. I was thanking Copa Kenya, since they've been back to Lawrence's time. They've been the key contact for me in Nairobi. And this arm was twisted, which is how we've been here for the last 6 or 7 years. But originally, Apello did the favor of getting organizers together for me who might be interested in working with ACORN, and that's how I found David and Sammy, and we almost found somebody else, but we didn't have enough money to pay them. But without Copa Kenya, it would have been years and who knows what kind of struggle. But here we've been successful.
We need to work more with you.
Anytime, reach out. I was telling people before I got, when the first time I met Copa Kenya, I said, Community Organizers Practitioners Association, why don't we have that in the U.S.? Why don't we have that? And you still are rare. You can talk about how you don't collaborate, but there's more collaboration in Kenya among community organizers than in 20 countries I could list. That's a sad thing, but yeah, props to you. Go Copa Kenya. So, you can ask any question you want, since All these men have been asking questions, so that's
Yeah,
why.
I'm not able to ask questions because I apologize for coming in
Well,
late.
who are you?
I begin by apologizing, then I say whom I am.
Oh. Well, shame on me, my manners, okay.
Yeah, my name is Alma Sheba. I'm a COPA member, batch 4.
Batch 4.
Batch 4, so I'm quite old in the game. I'm an experienced community organizer, social worker, psychologist, and to crown it all, I'm an urban planner. So, yeah.
And where are you working now?
I'm a jobless corner. That's where I work.
That's why you have so many skills.
Yeah.
Whichever one jobs up first, I'm with
Yeah,
you.
jobless corner, where I'm trying to see what is good for me. I've just come back from Netherlands. Yeah.
He
so-
follows my footsteps. It was one of my training.
Yeah.
ISS.
What's up with the Netherlands?
Yeah,
I
IHS.
was there.
I know,
IHS.
but
I
what?
went to IHS.
Oh, not
Rotterdam,
ISS.
yeah.
Oh, I was in The Hague.
Why there?
They
Why
are good
there?
things, they are goodies.
They are goodies for community,
Like empowering women.
urban development and management.
Ah,
They are good. Sheba, very good.
Asante. And he's my mentor.
Come on.
He's